Hashtag party with Nudini.
It was funny. Andrew McNeil was doing a virtual tailgate, so I went in there. I said, "Hey man," I said, "Who's gonna go pick up Deanie for the celebration?" He's like, "None of us. I'm gonna pick all them up, and we're gonna go to Deanie." It's like, oh, okay, perfect. I mean, maybe then they'll put like the tarp on the floor and stuff like that, cover up all the expensive equipment.
Well, here's the starting fives: CB13, Gradient, Beast Move, Jin, and Slaughter for the Warriors, who are down a game of the series. And then you get JBM, Just Awkward, Reese the God, Dayfri, and hashtag party with Nudini. See if the Warriors have learned anything since that last time out. Are really changing the defense. And we got an archetype change, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, if there was an archetype change, right, this would be one that you would sit there and be like, it's not anything too crazy, but it's just been something that the Warriors really started to blend with, and they started to just have this elite level scoring with that. So they swapped out the two-way finisher and put Gradient onto the two-way sharpshooter. So there's a lot of stuff, right, when you're talking about this, you're talking about he can shoot the three ball at a higher rate, but now he has to get accustomed to where he was shooting with base 38 bronze quick draw. Now he has the Hall of Fame. So now you have to factor in how well polished is he now playing off server. When was the last time he started shooting on this build?
There's JBM. So surprise for the change, or with the way they scored last game, maybe they need it?
No, I was kind of surprised. I feel like when you got to this stage with, even if you do start to get a fast break opportunity, ball game going, right, you start to get some stops scoring your way. I mean, he's somebody that can sit there and change the entire ball game if he gives an extra score, which takes pressure off Kina.
That tweet is correct. I can confirm that. BD will join us, pass out the trophy. Also have the finals MVP. We'll interview the teams. Might take a while if it's DC, depending on the transportation. You got to think, hey man, they got the bus warmed up. You know what I mean? They're ready to take the party bus to the moon tower.
Oh, I forgot. That's something I forgot to add in. Apparently, it's like the van that the mascot drives or something. Like I don't know. That's what he said. It's whatever like the mascot's vehicle is.
So like when he goes out and does events and stuff. I remember, because I worked for the Dallas Mavericks back in the day. I remember the Mavs man had his like own Mavs van.
Yeah.
So it's got to be something like that.
It'd be funny. I hope they have a camera rolling or something.
Well, we got a timeout here. 8-2. And let's check in with Autumn Johnson, maybe for the final time. I hope not, Autumn, but what do you got for us?
Yeah, Scott, what's it going to take to be the better team and walk away the champs by the end of tonight? For both teams, the answer is setting the tone and staying composed as the Warriors look to bounce back, or even the Wizards looking to close it out in Game 4. But Wizards DG's Dayfri has been telling me since the playoffs that each player on their team has been holding each other accountable to make sure they don't get too high or too low. As for the Warriors, CB13 told me, we know that if we play at our best, we can beat any team in the league if we stick to our game plan. And it's this time around that we are going to finally finish the job and close it out strong to get the championship.
Well, they are just a few minutes, real life time for doing so. Appreciate it. Hey, Autumn, appreciate you so much. It's the last time we hear from you tonight. What a season it's been. We'll have to get together in Georgia soon. Maybe head to the varsity. Why not? If they're open, we'll put our mask on, go up to the varsity, eat outside. What do you have? Have you ever experienced the varsity there in Atlanta?
Dude, when you say varsity, I'm thinking like sports or something. I don't know. I've only been to Atlanta like twice though, so.
My guy BD, who's the managing director of the league, we'll see him for the trophy presentation, as we said. He knows about the varsity. Matt Arden out there somewhere, our executive producer, used to be down at Turner Sports. He knows about the varsity. 4 here early.
Well, the only time I went to Atlanta was in my rookie days of esports, so I really wasn't hip with the crowd.
Here's JVM. Got to do a lot of cool stuff at Turner over the last couple seasons. It's just right up the road. And I lived there for 4 years, so plenty of opportunities. There's JBM. I just got to put it out here because, I've been not saying something just in respect for what's going on right now, but we lost one of the true treasures in this world. Chadwick Boseman, who lives just around the corner from me here in South Carolina. I'm sure he has a lot more homes than just the one around the corner from me, but we spent a lot of time on airplanes together, and Dirk, I don't pretend like I know the man, but we've shared a lot of pleasantries over the last couple of years, and traveling to New York and LA and all the kind of places we go out of our small little airport here in South Carolina. And 2020 sucks. That's all I got to say. And I'll move on from there.
No, I was going to say, you capped it off. Hey, for me, you know me, right? I'm probably the most uncultured person when it comes to movies. So it's like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I've watched Black Panther or anything. But I did realize that when Black Panther released, the cultural impact that it made, maybe for those that are coming up in an area where they maybe don't get a lot of opportunities, right? Just to see somebody, especially like with the superhero movies, see an African-American main character, right? And what he can do. I know it empowered so many people. So, I mean, that's why, again, it's like, haven't seen him. I'm probably going to watch the movie now, just to be able to see. But no, I mean, I'm going to cap it off with you. Hit it with a double time. 2020 sucks.
It's not good. It's not good. Last time I saw him he was headed to Radio. There's a movie called Radio. There's a real person called Radio. He was the water boy for T.L. Hanna, which is where, Chadwick went to school, played football. And we were both going to the funeral and talking and all this kind of stuff. And just, as we have a clear path out here. And it hits people different. And, if I was doing my traditional broadcast on NBA TV or something like that, I probably wouldn't have said anything. But, with the NBA 2K League and how much just culture means to gamers, first Kobe and just everything going on, 10-8. I just figured we'd get that out of the way in the first quarter. Great actor, better person. That's all I'll say. And certainly his fiance, tremendous. He was just a private man. He was just private. A lot of people didn't know what he was going through. And he certainly powered through it. True inspiration. 10-10. We are in game 4. Wizards up a game, 2-1 in the series. We're in the final minute of the first. The Wizards with a chance to close it out. I didn't mean to turn into a podcast for the first quarter. Although we have hit many podcast moments. I don't know what our podcast would be called, but there's been a lot of talk of pizza and brisket and pop culture and music, and we love it all. Here's Dayfri. Tested at the rim. 2 possessions left here in the first. Here's CB13. Working along the perimeter now. Getting down into the paint. Extra pass. Shot from the corner. Won't fall. Another chance at it here. They can hold it for the final shot of the first. 3 from the outside. Maybe a quick chance here. They got to go. And it will count. Well, 2-1 in the series, and we're tied after the first quarter here in Game 4 of the NBA 2K League Finals. Back here in the NBA 2K League. And the Wizards be the one to finish this thing out. They are up a game. Scott Cole, Dirk the Catcher along with him. Can't believe it, Dirk. We're tying at 12 apiece. Wizards in a bad spot. They are down a game, and they're on the road. And they get pickpocketed in the jam. Hello.
JB's been doing a pretty good job of that. Just to maybe not necessarily score a bunch of points in that way. Kind of set the tone, either towards the end of a quarter or the start of one.
Guy that maybe could have been a tennis star in college. Chose the NBA 2K League instead. From Westchester County. Let me great NBA 2K League players have come just from that area. It's unbelievable. Well, we've been hearing from coaches and players throughout the season on all the social injustices that we're just not going to put up with anymore. And Arkel, our man from the Hawks Talent GC, chiming in with his thoughts.
I'll start by saying arrest the killers for the murder of Breonna Taylor and also get justice for Jacob Blake up in Wisconsin, Kenosha. Man, I just wish the world was more unified. Like, instead of seeing like what's outside of a person, stop seeing race. Like, we all bleed the same, we're all the same people. Black Lives Matter is not just a movement. No, it's a way of life. Like, we can't just wake up and be like, oh nah, the movement's over. No. It's something that we have to live with for the rest of our lives.
Well said from Arkel there. You know, one of the reasons I love the NBA 2K League, and this is no knock at a lot of the esports scene, but there's no more diverse league out there. And sure, I'd love to see, you know, more female gamers coming up through the system, you know, and I think that's going to happen, but it's a melting pot in this league, and everybody come together for one love, which is hoops. And well said there from Arkel. And we got a 4-point game here. And we have a foul. It's going on Grady, and that'll be his first.
That's what I'm thankful for, is to obviously be involved with the 2K League and the 2K community, but then also Gears of War. That's another game I've commentated, been around them too. So it's just so many different people involved, and that's what makes it unique, and that's what makes it special.
(18-14) here in the second quarter. This is a huge game for both these teams. That's a big three. That pushes the lead up to 7 now. Dayfri. It's it back to JBM. JBM back down to Dayfri. And nearly turned it over, and that's a dot. And Houdini can't hit. Warriors got away with being out of position right there.
Yeah, I mean, and the Wiz too. I mean, Reese, I think the 2 threes he's taken this ball game so far has been wide open, hasn't been able to hit on him. And when you're the home team, it's really inexcusable, especially when you're on that 3-level score.
And he draws the foul, and that'll send Charlie to the line. Second-year man from Broad Channel, New York. Comes in averaging 31 points, nearly 9 assists a game. And what a season both of these teams have had. This is the first year, Dirk. This is crazy to say, that we're going to have a champion that had a winning record in the regular season. I know that sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But it's true. And we got a foul and a bucket. Big and one opportunity coming up with 2:53 to go in the half. Charlie, knocked away. Wizards want to run. Good foul. He smooth stops the break.
That's always what you have to do, right? So many people love to try to lunge and maybe try to go for a steal, but that's all you have to do sometimes. You got to cut off that angle and try to get the intentional foul locked in.
Well, they need bigger play from Slaughter. He does have 6.6 rebounds. When you take a look at the insights provided from SAP, you see double digits for the guy that was left out of the league last year. Still don't understand why. Jazz dropped him off. No one picked him up. And the Warriors were like, thank you.
And he eliminates
the guy they needed. Yeah. Well, they lost tight to the expansion. Charlotte Hornets picked him up. That's the thing about being good, as JBM brings us to a 2-point game. Ask Philly, ask Portland. I mean, if you're good, especially during expansion, you can't hold everybody. And there's a green.
That's been, what, I think 6 straight points coming in for JBM. That's why they're able to cut it to just down to 4.
I bet these called game comms. I bet these comms are very stressful right now. I mean, this is everything.
Oh, trust me, like there's sometimes I wish I could sit here and just like mute you and just like crank up their volume and just listen to them the entire time.
Well, you just said what's on everyone's mind. 24-20. Boy, that is a bomb from the outside. We got a 1-point game.
Ooh, Jack Mascone's heating up.
You streaming, bro?
Come on.
It's so funny. Like when you listen to his comms, I mean, he drops. Bro was on the. He starts the sentence with bro and ends it with bro, but then he got on a periscope with BD. No bros, 0 bros. So he's able to turn it off and on. Professional setting, no bros. And Jack with another 3. Wow.
He's scored every possession since, I don't even know like when it was, but early and towards the second, we're talking about, hey, struggling on offense. He comes down, now he's doing this.
And he's still in the ball. JBM's everywhere. And they got to commit the foul. It's Dayfri. That's 3rd?
I couldn't see.
So hard to see the box score.
They're kind of, that's all JBM, lots of chatter coming in. I think they're just saying awkward. It's like, dude, you just got to go straight up after that first pump fake. As soon as you got Jen up in the air, go.
JBM is putting the team on his shoulders here. And Dayfri finally gets the point. (28-28). The season's got to come to an end. What a game it is. Jed over to CB13. Working his way in the paint, and the fade is good. Beat the buzzer right before the half. That breaks the stalemate. And they're up 2. Just 2 quarters to go. And they went 2. Got to get 2 wins in a row. There's JBM hanging out in his apartment. If they win, they're going over to the Wizards facility to party with Nudini. I thought the party was at the Moon Tower, but all right. Hanging out with Nudini. And that's taken away. Up ahead. Who's that scoring? JBM?
No, it's got to be B-Rich.
He's got 28 of the 30. This is crazy.
Has there ever been a time, it's ever, not even just like in sports history, has there ever been like a #1 overall pick that's gone and won a championship?
I don't know. Rookie, #1, I don't know. Did Kareem win it his first year? I mean, he did everything. When he was Lou Alcindor, I don't know. My brain is done. My brain's still back in March. I left it in Greensboro Coliseum.
Well, anytime usually a team gets that #1 overall pick, I mean, they're usually not very good. So, but the Wiz, they were good, but they just got, they literally hit the lottery in that
place
fashion.
at the right time. Timeout Warriors Gaming. 33-32. They got a 1-point lead here. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third. This is crazy. JBM might score 50 in the final game of the year, but they still trail. He's hit some bomb threes too. I mean, deep.
And you have to think too with the shots that Reese got when he was wide open. If he goes 2 for 2, I mean that's an extra 6 points to add on.
33-32. That's blocked. Shot from B, smooth. Nothing but air. It's an air ball as the shot clock expires. 24-foot shot that he shot 26 feet. JBM says, I can still pass. Reach the God. Nothing but nylon. They're up by 2. Five 33. And Charlie scoops it in. $35-35. I got BD, some Magic Johnson. In the title in his first season. Can't be right. 80? Can't be right.
1979, round 1 pick.
Can't be right.
Oh, the Supersonics one.
Lenny Wilkins scored, I think, at 79.
Beat the Bullets.
It's the old Wiz. Wes Unseld.
Great
Passed
player to use
away.
in team up, by the way.
Of course, 2020. There's a foul. Just awkward. Best of 5, game 4. Wizards win. They win the championship. Warriors win. We'll have a 5th and final game. It will be visually, we know, on the Warriors court. The question is, who will be the host? JBM related.
That's what you call it, right back at him. The other team makes a slightly contested white, and then you come down and you hit 100% smothered layup.
39-38. Here's Charlie with the jam. And that's a DoorDash clutch delivery. For the next minute, we'll be giving away 10 $25 DoorDash gift cards. You can use the hashtag deliver through DoorDash in the Twitch chat for a chance to win. We'll send the message to 10 winners. And don't forget, you can use DoorDash promo DDNBA2KL for $10 off your first DoorDash order of 20 or more. DoorDash going crazy all across the NBA board. Taking over here in the postseason. I love it. They're probably the reason I'm alive in 2020, at least from a nutritional standpoint. Take it away. JBM, clear the runway. What a game he's having. They're up 1.
And you have to think, with how well he's been playing, like that takeover badge has got to be lurking somewhere.
You're like, when is it coming? Timeout Warriors. They're down to 3.
The only reason that makes me think that he's probably been holding on to it, right, which we've seen guys, the one that always sticks out to me is Radiant. He always holds his takeover, so he just keeps that boost, right? You never call it in, so that way you never reset. With how fast he was just moving there on the break, I mean, he's got to be so close. He was like a little speedster.
So 41-40, 154 left in the third. And it feels like momentum might be on the side of the home team. Big possession. Charlie trying to get past Nudini. And he'll draw the foul. Third on Nudini.
Well, did a pretty good job there, at least getting back down to his feet and contesting the shot. And he actually ended up blocking it. But anytime you send two bodies down there, that's usually the end result. Even if you get a clean block to what it looks like, you end up knocking the player over and then they end up calling the foul.
.42-41. JBM will bring it up. Working on the hash here. Now he goes and finishes it with two hands. Boy, that's like a hesitation kind of thing.
Yeah, usually in those spots, when you're that deep, if you're a point guard, you go for a reset. He was just like calm, patient, waiting for them to move. He's like, okay, boom, I'm going to go. He's playing out of his mind right now. Defense, offense. Because we were praising him on offense at one time. He comes down against the steal. He's like, okay, he's doing everything. He wants this. I mean, that's the thing, right? When this team was built, you talk to somebody like Dayfri, he says, I just want people who want to make money. Money is what's going to fuel them, and Mascone's the money man.
45-42, they're up 3. Final minute of the third. CB13 is going to the Pro 8. I got a feeling all the tricks are going to come out here. Jin for 3. We're tied. Against his former team, back against the wall, and he hits the triple.
He's hit 2 of those in this series. The one that get a yellow contested and you still green him.
And Reese answers right back. That was out there. That was deep. Slaughter. Back to CB13. We're going to have a photo finish here to close out the season. And Warriors got to call timeout. Walled up in the paint. And they got 2 remaining.
This is going to be a crucial possession just for them to try to get some sort of score. And again, whenever you have that 3-point separation, right, if you're the Wiz, I mean, you've been playing the game plan perfect against the Raptors and then now against the Warriors too, but still even them matching with the threes. That's something you don't want. You always want to have that edge in the 3-point shooting. So now when you sit there, it's like, okay, we're playing this game. Go ahead, take your 2s. I know it's still early. You're not even up by that much. That's something you can always live comfortable with if you just continue to trade.
Here's CB13. And that's taken away.
Defensive foul. Second team foul.
Slaughter. Call for the foul. Final seconds here in the third. Hang out to Reese, and he hits a green at the buzzer. It's a 3. And the lead is up to 6, 51-45. JBM with 36 points. Back in the virtual studio. Scott Cole, Dirk the caster, and guess what? It's fourth quarter time. 51-45. Reese hits a buzzer beater at the end of the third. And they're up by 6 with the ball. 3-point shot. Boy, would that have changed things. Nutini with a big rebound. Just a 6-point game, Dirk, but they got all the momentum. And Nutini. I think they just hit like 4 threes out of their last 6 possessions.
Yeah, I mean, again, like when you're the home team, that's what you really expect, but I'm just mind blown, right? For a guy like JBM to be a rookie to have one of the probably the best game. You're talking about the stage of where it's at, like to close it out here in the finals. I mean, he's going off. He's been the sole reason why the Wizards were being able to stay in this ball game.
54-47. JBM, pump fake. And he gets it to go. At one point, Dirk, he had their first 26 points of the game. It's crazy. At all 26. Knocked away by Awkward. I mean, if they hold on here, I still think Dayfri probably deserves the MVP, but this makes you start to think.
Yeah,
I mean, this is
it makes it a lot harder to
single-handedly
judge
closing it
when you're
out.
sitting there
Yeah.
looking at it.
17 of 23 from the field. In the whole season, you're basically saying Raptors this and Raptors that. That's a quote from Dayfri. They said they beat the Raptors for the rest of the league. That couldn't beat them. Third time was the charm. See what happens in Season 3. Game 4. Can they close it out? We're under 5 minutes to go. Down to Slaughter. Back out to Jen. Big three. In and out. Slaughter with a huge rebound. Taken away by Dayfri. And a quick foul. That's 4 on Jen. Dayfri with the pump fake, and he'll use 2 hands. They have pushed this lead to 11, Dirt. We were just tied. What happened?
No, it was looking like we were going to be sitting there, like the game's going to go into the wire, potential for like a game-winning shot or something, but something, hey, here's the thing. The Wizards had no issues with scoring, right? JBM was scoring at will. It was more of the defensive side of things once they were able to clean that up a little bit. Even though the game was still so close, once you start to get more defensive stops and you start to move, and even then, JBM's still scoring so much, but you finally been able to space it out a little bit to where it's not all just him.
60 to 49. They can't stop him. Man or machine moment right now. Slaughter with a jam. Coming up on 3:30 left in the season. 60 to 51. JBM, the rookie. This year's #1 pick. He's not a rookie anymore, Dirt.
Not at all.
This is some grown man game here for the youngster. Reese, he's showing patience. They're just doing everything right. It's all going their way.
I mean, they're looking at 3 minutes now, right? This is where we had the conversation really early in the third, which we usually don't do. No threes territory this entire way through. You play that 2-point game. You run them off the 3-point line by any means necessary. Corner, stay home. You name it.
62-51. Charlie, that won't go. And the dunk on the other end. Who else? JBM.
I hate whoever's in the position of power to make the choice of Finals MVP.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not me. Still not over. But a little spurt where the Wizards had, I mean it, they had like 4 threes in 6 possessions. And the Warriors couldn't even scratch out a bucket. Up ahead. Awkward. That might be the exclamation point. 66 to 51 now. Awkward going nuts on defense. JBM going crazy on offense. Dayfri's got his takeover. And B Smooth cuts it to 13. And oh my goodness, they both have their takeover.
Hey, well, at least we know it finally got called in, right? We've been sitting this whole game, and I think it's the first time that he's called it in.
Why not? Nothing to lose, right? Nothing to hold on to now. He's going to run this out for the rest of the game. Sharpshooter badge. JBM. He's going to go down into the paint with it, and he gets stripped. And there's a quick foul and a smart foul. It will be their foul to give. 90 seconds to go. The Mystics won the championship last year. They're in D.C. Our homegirl, Ariel Powers, was a tremendous asset on the broadcast. She's a great 2K player and streamer as well. She's busy right now in the WNBA. And now now could it be Wizards District? The DG. And JBM will cap it off again. In case we don't have time, I want to certainly thank the fans. I've been rocking with us since day one through this remote play. It's been a special season. It's been different. No question about it. Under a minute to go, Dirk. Wizards up 13. They're going to win their first championship in just 3 seasons of play. 3 years, 3 different champions.
I mean, you talk about season 1, they made it to the playoffs, and everything that happened season 2, where they lost to one of the best players in the entire league, and they still managed to have a feasible season. They get super lucky in the lottery, which we all wish we would get lucky in the lottery, but they come back and they build a stellar roster. I don't think there was really any question that once you started to see these names put together and once they stepped out on the floor, that you wouldn't really be shocked by the performance that they've had. They're bringing in a veteran Houdini, a proven winner. Bringing in Awkward, who's one of the most slept on lockdowns really in this year's draft. He was somebody that really wasn't floating up there with some of the bigger lockdown names. You have Reese and what he's been able to do, and of course when you get the #1 overall pick, and then you have Dayfri. It was a perfect recipe and really a perfect draft for DC. I mean, I don't think there's anything you go back and be like, hey, well, I need to change this up to do this, and you're seeing a complete polished product where even if some of the games that they were losing, they come out and win when it matters most and in dominant fashion. And we have that guy Dini up there for a reason. The heartbreak from last year, all that's out the window now.
Well, 65 broadcasts, all remote. And the Wizards are going to win the championship. $70-55. Wizards are going to win the championship. They do it in 4 games, and they call timeout with .2 to go. A little more time to celebrate.
But he definitely fat fingered. He's trying to shoot the last shot, and his finger slipped off and touched the touchpad.
Well, whoever that was.
It was Houdini. It was Dini. I just saw him look directly down and oops.
Well, forget. We said we're all going to the party with Houdini. Who knows? 70-55. We still have .2 seconds left. They're dancing around there in D.C. They're headed down to the facility. Your official final score, 70-55. Wizards District, they are the champions.